your chance to take your business to the next level. Call 855.
Welcome to the AudioRoad Network. It's time for questions from the AudioRoad with Kevin Rutherford. The show is all about the business of trucking. We're live Monday through Friday, midnight Eastern. Call 646-595-4967.
Welcome to my world. I'm your host, Kevin Rutherford. The website is letstruck.com. The number to join us, 8888 Road Dog. We are here live. Pick up the phone and call us. Phone lines are open right now. That number again, 8888 Road Dog. We're going to get to those calls in just a little bit. The Louisville Truck Show is right around the corner. I talked about it some last week. I've got an update for you, though. I was not aware. I knew I was doing several seminars, like seminars every day, but I was not aware that I was in the main hall seminar room. I thought I was doing all of the seminars at the truckstop.com booth until I happened to look at the show schedule and saw that I am in the main seminar room. First seminar every day. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So come on over and check those out. I believe even on Thursday, I think I start at 10, which is normally just VIP hours, but that's on the show floor. The seminar rooms do open right at 10 o'clock for everybody. So that's not a great time slot, especially on the first day of the show. So you should be able to get a great seat if you come over there. I'll be doing seminars for an hour. Tomorrow night, I will probably update you on what the topics are. They're all business related, all 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But I'll verify what those are, since I didn't even know I was going to be in that room, but it looks like I am. I will probably be doing some other things throughout the day at the truckstop.com booth as well. And I do know on, I think it's Thursday, but I'll get an updated schedule on that. We will be doing a Road Dog Roundtable like noon or 1 o'clock, where we'll get several of the hosts together and we'll broadcast live. That's at the Pana Pacific booth, so plan on coming by and checking that out as well. We launched our live 16-week course today, so I'm excited about that. We have a jam-packed room, well over 100 people in the class this time, so that's exciting. This is our second class. We started one last October and finished it up about a month ago. So we are on to another 16-week course. I have 2 more courses in development that are going to be similar to this. So they will be a combination of online course material that you can access anytime and live webinars that are taught over a period of time. One of them will be about just everything about running the business better. Fuel mileage, maintenance, taxes, accounting, just all kinds of things. And then I'm also developing one about moving to becoming a carrier. The process of getting your own authority, operating under your own authority, finding freight, that we will be teaching the same way, teaching it over a certain, I don't know what time yet. You know, this one is 16 weeks. I won't know how long the other 2 courses will be till I'm all done with the material. This really works well. I've been teaching in a lot of different ways for a couple of decades now. You know, live seminars, I've written books, I've done audio programs. I have tried just webinars before, and I wasn't really wild about them. And last year, we really started creating a lot of these online courses. And these have worked really well. We've run over 1,000 people through our courses online now. But then I came up with the idea of teaching the material. So it's all there. You have access to it any time. but there's a schedule of when we get together, and I present the material and I assign books and homework. I know nobody likes that word, but when it's something you want to learn and it's something to help your business. This 16-week course that I'm doing now includes a lot of work and a lot of books, but this combination of the online material and then teaching it live every week, where I answer all the questions. You get access to a private Facebook group, and we answer a lot of questions in there. This is by far the most powerful version of any other way of or method of teaching that I've tried. So we're really excited about this, and we're going to continue doing this. What else is going on? If you are a corporation, you do realize that your corporate tax return is due this week. The corporate tax returns, whether you're an LLC taxed as a corporation or just an S-Corp directly, your tax return is due on the 15th. So that must be, I don't know, Thursday? Something. Yeah. Those are due. Your personal returns are due April 15th, but your corporate returns are due Thursday, March 15th. So get that done. I know our tax team is working around the clock trying to get all the corporate returns out, and then they'll go right through that into personal tax returns and be very busy until, Lisa just corrected me, April 16th. The 15th must fall on a weekend. So if you're not up to date on that, get to it. I believe I will have a new column coming out. I started writing a column for a news organization that I'm excited about, freightwaves.com. That's one of, you probably heard me say, I read about 10 trucking newsletters every morning. And over the last year or so, I've really been getting a lot of my trucking news from FreightWaves. That's waves like in the ocean, freightwaves.com. You can either just go to their website every day and read it, or you can sign up for the newsletter, and they put out a newsletter every day. And it's just, they've got some staff writers that are really good, and then they aggregate news from several other sites. So that's always the first newsletter I read in the morning now, because it's very complete. And I worked with them on a couple of the tax articles, helping them write some articles for the new tax law changes. And they must have liked my work, and they've invited me to write a column. I think it should be coming out this week. I wrote it and submitted it last week, and I know they're doing some design work on a logo, and we're still kicking around a couple different names. I think we're either going to call the column Carrier Corner or Small Carrier Corner or Small Carrier Insight. So check that out. It's a great source of news and what's going on in the trucking industry. And I used to write a lot of columns for magazines, printed magazines, and those were really scheduled. I had to submit an article by a certain date every month, then it would get edited, then we'd review it, and then it would come out in the magazine each month. And with the online column, they basically gave me free rein. I can submit an article whenever I want, once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, when I have an idea. That's the beauty of online. We're not, bound to a printing schedule the way a magazine would be. So my first column is actually going to be a series. I'm writing a series, basically Business 101. In not just necessarily trucking, but just helping people understand business concepts, supply and demand, and just a lot of really good, solid business concepts. And I think I laid out about 6 or 7 articles that I'll be doing in that series. So keep an eye out for that. I think I'm going to take us into the break, and then when I come back, we're going to get to the calls. Looks like we've got a board full. We're going to get to those. If you haven't been over to our store online, you should do that. Go to the website, letstruck.com. There's so much you can do there. You can check out all of our AudioRoad shows, the podcasts that we do. You can download our app so that you can listen to this show live through the app or listen anytime you want. The app is really simple. It's free. You open it up and you just listen to whatever shows you want. I think the last time I looked, we had over 500 episodes of this show loaded into the app. So check that out. You'll find the link at the top of every page on the website, letstruck.com. And then make sure you head over to the store. We have great, really healthy keto snacks available. I know I need to order some because I didn't expect to be on the road this long. Now I'm out of them. So we have the nut butters, the macadamia nut butters in the small individual packets, really great on the road. We have the really high-quality beef sticks. They're all grass-fed and fermented beef sticks, and the taste is just amazing. We have the Brain Octane, Light Balance, all the things you need to make bulletproof coffee as well. So check those out, and we are going to get to a break. If you want to join us, lines are full, but keep dialing. It gets a little easier as we get towards the end. 8888 Road Dog is the phone number. Again, that website is letstruck.com, and we are going to be coming right back. So stay tuned. letstruck.com, 8888 Road Dog. We'll be getting to your calls and your questions right around the corner. I'm Kevin Rutherford.
Are you a driver that wants to take control of your own destiny and have the freedom to make the choices that affect you and your loved ones every day? If the answer is yes,
then Stop Holding the Steering Wheel audio program was designed for you.
In this one-of-a-kind audio program, Kevin Rutherford reveals the secrets to running a successful trucking business, taking the plunge to owner-operator, finding and negotiating for a new truck, and managing money once you earn it. Are you willing to do the hard work? It's time to stop holding the steering wheel and start driving your business. Order your copy today and create the business you've always wanted. Visit our online store at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare Team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
Hey, AudioRoad listener, what is your profit per mile? How about your cost per mile or even your bottom line? Stop driving blind and know your numbers. Profit Gauges is absolutely simple bookkeeping specifically for owner-operators. Have instant access to business and tax reports that will help you increase your profits and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Sign up for Profit Gauges today and take advantage of our 30-day free trial. Know your numbers and master the journey. Visit our website at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare Team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
Did you know that 35% of fuel economy can be attributed to your driving habits? Use the Scan Gauge KR to maximize your driving efficiency. The Scan Gauge KR has built-in and programmable digital gauges that allow you to read instant fuel mileage, average fuel economy, and dozens more gauges as you drive. Get to know your truck and learn how you can improve your fuel cost and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Drive smarter and master the journey. Get yours today at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare Team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
As a professional driver, there is no question that fuel is your highest cost. Fuel Gauges tracks each fuel up, provides your 30, 60, and 90-day miles per gallon average, also tracks maintenance and modifications. Best of all, it is completely free to use. There is no excuse not to use your miles per gallon and start improving your fuel economy. Download the Fuel Gauges app today and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Let Fuel Gauges help you master the journey. Visit our website at letstruck.com or call TribeCare Team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
Welcome back. I'm Kevin Rutherford. The number to join us, 8888 Road Doug. Speaking of calls, we're going to get right to them. We are heading off to California to get started. Kim, welcome to the program.
Hi, Kevin. You are so busy, you make me tired just listening to your schedule.
It's sometimes I get tired too. Tonight was one of those nights because I got up this morning. We had a class to do today, but I also have a keynote speech to give for C.H. Robinson. So I drove about 7 hours today coming up to Minneapolis, and then I grabbed a nap and got ready to do this show. So, I'm looking forward to now having the weekends off. We were sad about not doing the weekend shows, but that's the break that both Lisa and I really needed.
Well, at least we can get a hold of you still.
Yes. Yeah.
If we're put our heads to it. Oh, I'm going to take you back to your roots. I'm driving now the T680, and I got 295,000, and about 30,000 miles ago, there was a vibration, and I knew my steer tires were going to be replaced soon. Well, had it in the shop a couple of times, and just recently replaced the carrier bearing. Well, between the carrier bearing, my new steers, I'm still getting this vibration, and it's like in the windshield. And then I remembered a Kevin moment. You talked about driveline balancers, and I put one of those on my Freightliner. But when I was talking to them, and they didn't know what I was talking about. And I said, well, I believe Pittsburgh Power has aftermarket ones. And then he couldn't even find it at Pittsburgh Power. Am I asking for the wrong thing?
No, I'm not sure if those are still on the market, though. Those were made by Balance Masters, which is the company that they're kind of like Centromatics, but they use the mercury-filled balancers for the wheels. And that's also the company that makes the crankshaft balancer, the dampener balancer that Pittsburgh Power sells. And they used to make drive shaft balancers as well. And I haven't seen or heard anything about those for a long time. They may not be on the market. What you can look at doing is having that drive shaft rebalanced and straightened, because over time they will get a twist in them, and that's what usually throws them out of balance.
Oh, it's only got 295 on it. I've never needed a carrier bearing in anything I've driven before.
Well, a couple things can happen. If the drive shaft gets out of phase, it'll start to do that. If sometimes we just get a drive shaft that wasn't balanced well from the factory for whatever reason, and that's hard on all of the bearings in the drive line. So that's why I'm thinking that since that carrier bearing failed so early, you might want to have that drive shaft looked at a good driveline shop. Do you ever get to anywhere near Denver?
Okay. No.
Okay.
We might, though. We became a Gold Star who we're hauling for, so they might let us expand.
Yeah, just north of Denver, Great Western Truck Parts has a really good driveline shop there. They could get that thing in shape for you. Okay,
real quick, would a dampener balancer be something that they would be more knowledgeable about? The dampener?
You can get the dampener and a balancer from Pittsburgh Power, but you shouldn't need that till 500,000. So you've still got a ways to go on that.
All right, and for it's a Spicer.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Does that make a difference?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, I'm glad to see you here, and I'm glad you have your weekends off, actually.
Yeah.
They'll just make you do more.
Maybe do less business stuff. I just got a message from Matt. Oh, so Balance Masters still does make those drive shaft balancers. So just go to balancemasters.com.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll let you know if that helps this vibration.
All right. I would still have that drive shaft look at, though, because we don't want to overcome a drive shaft problem with the balancers, and they will smooth it out. I think Matt also corrected both of us about the tax deadline filing is April 17th for personal tax returns. I guess I should look at a calendar when I talk about that. I'm going to get to some more calls. Let's go to North Carolina. Mike, welcome to the program.
Hey, Kevin. Nice to talk with you again, buddy.
Great to have you. I've
been working on this fuel mileage issue, and I think I've got it pinned down. I wanted to run that by you here.
Okay.
Initially, I've been watching my ECM readouts on my infotainment system, and everything is getting about 85% torque and horsepower, which initially led me to believe that maybe the ECM was cut back some way, wasn't tuned right, whatever. So I got to investigating a little bit more, and I found a lot of rubber in my fuel filter, and that tells me the fuel lines are coming apart. They're swelling, they're starting to come apart, and that's restricting my fuel flow to the engine. However, wouldn't I see a sputter going up a hill when I'm pulling, really heavy, pulling lots of RPMs, lots of fuel flow into the engine? And I'm not seeing that, so that's got me stumped.
And you're sure, how many miles are on this truck?
It's got 605,000 on it right now.
That seems like, what year is it?
It's 2013.
That seems awful young of a truck to be losing fuel lines already. I do recommend replacing them at about 750, but even then we don't see, so much deterioration that you're seeing. Are you sure it's rubber in there? You sure it might? It could be asphaltene. Which engine is this?
It's a ISX.
Ah, see, the ISX is notorious for asphaltene. In fact, it's so notorious for it, Cummins is the only one that makes the product to get rid of it. You might want to try dumping some asphaltene in your tanks. It's an additive made by Cummins. What's their line of filters and additives? I forget the name of their line. But you can get it at any Cummins dealer, and it's called asphaltene.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's really
enjoyed your class so far. Can't wait to get to the nitty-gritty.
Oh, yeah. 16 weeks, you're going to be doing a lot of work, so get ready.
Indeed. I'll slide out of the way and let you get some more callers on here. I appreciate all the advice, bud.
You're welcome. Thanks for the call. Yeah, it's pretty unusual to actually see pieces of the fuel line in the filter. So you could always pull one off if you've got rubber lines somewhere, pull one off and just inspect the inside. But I think you might have asphaltene. Let's go to Indiana. John, welcome to the program.
Hey, Kevin. A while back you talked about the airflow truck, and you wonder where it ended up.
I saw that in
Minneapolis right now.
Yeah, I saw that in the news today, that they released a new version of it with Shell as a big partner.
Oh, I was talking about the T2000 truck with the real long nose on the front, that aerodynamic truck.
Yeah, I think
but it's in a private collection up in Minneapolis. I gave Lisa the phone number if you want to call the owner. He could take you a tour. He has a whole bunch of trucks and a really nice shed.
Oh,
it's worth the trip. It's only you're less than an hour.
The original, you mean? I think it's interesting that you called now because I think there's a whole new version of that truck out now.
Okay. Actually, Gary bought it from the guy that built it, then he just put it in his collection, and that he has a shed that's full of like Tyrone Malone's old trucks and the CFI's race trucks. They're all. But if you give him a call, he'd probably give you a tour of the place, and you're less than an hour away when you're up in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I have zero time when I'm up here. Unfortunately, I'd love to go see that though.
Oh, excellent. So I'll email you some pictures of it.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right. Well, looks like we lost that call. Well, we're coming up on a break. I will take us into the break, and we will be right back with more stuff. Looks like that also opened up a phone line or two, 8888 Road Dog. If you want to dial right now, we should be able to get you into the show. 8888 Road Dog. Dial right now. You should be able to grab an open line.
Hey, AudioRoad listener, what is your profit per mile? How about your cost per mile, or even your bottom line? Stop driving blind and know your numbers. Profit Gauges is absolutely simple bookkeeping specifically for owner-operators. Have instant access to business and tax reports that will help you increase your profits and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Sign up for Profit Gauges today and take advantage of our 30-day free trial. Know your numbers and master the journey. Visit our website at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
Did you know that 35% of fuel economy can be attributed to your driving habits? Use the Scan Gauge KR to maximize your driving efficiency. The Scan Gauge KR has built-in and programmable digital gauges that allow you to read instant fuel mileage, average fuel economy, and dozens more gauges as you drive. Get to know your truck and learn how you can improve your fuel cost and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Drive smarter and master the journey. Get yours today at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
As a professional driver, there is no question that fuel is your highest cost. Fuel Gauges tracks each fuel up, provides your 30, 60, and 90-day miles per gallon average, also tracks maintenance and modifications. Best of all, it is completely free to use. There is no excuse not to use your miles per gallon and start improving your fuel economy. Download the Fuel Gauges app today and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Let Fuel Gauges help you master the journey. Visit our website at letstruck.com or call TribeCare Team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
Are you a driver that wants to take control of your own destiny and have the freedom to make the choices that affect you and your loved ones every day? If the answer is yes,
then Stop Holding the Steering Wheel audio program was designed for you.
In this one-of-a-kind audio program, Kevin Rutherford reveals the secrets to running a successful trucking business, taking the plunge to owner-operator, finding and negotiating for a new truck, and managing money once you earn it. Are you willing to do the hard work? It's time to stop holding the steering wheel and start driving your business. Order your copy today and create the business you've always wanted. Visit our online store at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
Hey, have you heard? We have an app to make listening to our shows easier than ever. It's free, it's simple, it does one thing, and it does it really well. Download the app, open it, and listen to our shows. The Power Hour, Questions from the Road, Destination Health, and more. Listen live, listen anytime, and never miss a show again. To find it, search your app store for AudioRoad. One word, that's AudioRoad. It's one more way we help you master the journey. back. I'm Kevin Rutherford. We're going to get right back to the phone calls. We are off to Illinois this time. Lynn, welcome to the program.
Hey, Kevin. So I have a 2012 Peterbilt 386 with a PACCAR MX-13 motor.
Okay.
And I'm having a really bad problem with getting air in my fuel system. And so it's becoming such a problem that I'm ready to hang it up. I mean, that's how bad it is. In the past 2 months, I've had the truck towed 3 times. If we change, I had a fuel filter change. I sat at the truck stop for 2 days. We couldn't get the truck restarted.
Oh, boy.
I've had, since then, I've had the injector seals replaced. I've had a new fuel pump, a new hand pump, a new fuel sensor, and 2 new filters. It takes 2 fuel filters. But today, I've actually got into a company truck driving for somebody, and my truck is sitting in my yard because, I mean, quite frankly, we're scared to death to drive it because we don't know if we're going to make it a mile or we're going to make it 500 miles before it chokes. Because what it does is it burps, you know, and then my it throws a code and it shuts down the engine, and then it derates me and I can't go anywhere. And so I have to disconnect the battery for about 2 hours and then spray it full of ether and prime up the truck, and I get to drive it again. And I'll drive it a mile, or I'll drive it 20 miles, or I'll drive it 200 miles. But eventually it's going to burp again and put me on the side of the road. And I don't know what to do about it at this point.
Yeah, my only advice, I mean, there's no way I'm going to solve the problem itself on the phone. Obviously, the shop's having a hard time figuring it out. They replaced a lot of things. I'm not sure why they replaced, but my only advice at this point would be a really good independent shop. I wouldn't be at a dealer. You know, dealers just aren't good at the problems like this.
And that's where I'm at.
Yeah, and you know,
and that's where I am at. I am at an independent shop. So
oh, you are.
What happened was the way that he determined, that it was injector seals is because he took a couple lines off and he stuck the hoses into a gallon bucket of fuel.
Right.
And tried to start the truck, and when he got the truck started, it was blowing air like an air compressor. And so he said injector seals. So he replaced injector seals, and it took it down to about 90%. And then he wanted to replace the hand pump, and because you could do the hand pump 100 times and it never pumped any fuel. So we put a new hand pump on it, and it took it down to 0 air. So I drove the truck for about 4,000 miles, and I thought, I had a code come up on my dash that said water and fuel. So I said, well, I'm at a truck stop, so I'm going to just run over here to the shop real quick, and I got an extra fuel filter. I'll have them throw a fuel filter in there. So because I thought maybe after all this work, you know, and not change the fuel filter, maybe that's why the sensor went off. So they changed the fuel filter, and I sat there for 2 days and couldn't get the truck restarted. And so I had to get it towed home. And it's $600 here, and it's $800 there, and, you know, for tow bills. And so,
you know, all I can say at this point, really, I mean, this is obviously really frustrating and expensive, and I understand why you're afraid to even take the truck back out on the road. Every now and then, it just helps to get somebody else to look at the truck. Sometimes somebody gets stuck on something and they're not thinking clearly. I'm thinking it's a fuel line somewhere, a small crack in a fuel line.
I've got 775,000 miles on the truck.
Yeah, I always replace them at 750, even if nothing's going wrong, and clearly something's going wrong here. So the process of replacing all the fuel lines, every fuel line on the truck. Sometimes it's a fitting that's cracked and we can't see it. Sometimes the line itself is collapsing. That usually doesn't cause air, but I've seen that cause fuel starvation, so it stalls. So I think I would go through and replace every fuel line on this truck. And I might even take it to another independent shop just to get a fresh set of eyes on it.
All right. And let me tell you what my biggest frustration is. About 2 years ago, I had the truck deleted.
Ooh.
And it was because I was having a emission problem. Every day of the week, I had another emission problem. So it came to the point where I said, either we go broke on the emission system or we have it deleted. So we decided to take the money and have it deleted. Well, the problem with having a Peterbilt with a PACCAR motor and of that year deleted is that now I cannot take it to a Peterbilt shop or a Kenworth shop to work on a PACCAR because as soon as they say, "Oh, you deleted it? Oh, get it off our property."
That's not just Peterbilt and PACCAR. That's every dealer. It's illegal for them to work on the vehicle.
Yeah, every dealer.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, they will not work on it. And so when I get a code, I can't take it there.
Right. That's why we stopped recommending.
And the little independent guy.
That's why we stopped recommending
the
deletes.
Can't afford the computer.
Right, and that's why we stopped recommending the deletes a long time ago. You know, we did them for a couple years when we just had no other way of solving the problems. But even then, there was only one shop I was recommending because you can really screw up the delete. And once it's done now, forget it. You can't trade it in. You can't get them worked on anywhere. So I would get this to another independent shop, get another set of eyes on it. And the first thing I would do is just replace all the fuel lines. I'm going to head off to Tennessee this time. Chris, welcome to the program.
Hey, Kevin. I was calling to ask you about, I heard something about the NutriQ that I could possibly take one of those.
Yes.
I've been diagnosed with diabetes type 2, and I want to try the keto, but I'm scared with my cholesterol. And I'm not sure about the number, but I know it's high, and it just kind of scares me and worries me about doing this keto because the actual doctor that told me I had diabetes, she was like, "No, I've tried the keto and it doesn't work." So I'm just kind of trying to get some kind of direction to go.
Well, it's funny how every other research paper out and every other functional medicine doctor will tell you the exact same thing. And it's really just common sense. There's nothing magical about keto. Let's break this down to what it really is. What is type 2 diabetes? Type 2 diabetes is just too much sugar in your blood. That's all it is. It's not even really a disease. It's a condition. Too much sugar in your blood over time deteriorates a lot of other things. But let's just be really clear about this. If you don't eat the sugar or the starch in the first place, you can't possibly have type 2 diabetes. That it really is as simple as that. I don't know why we complicate this.
And I have really been watching myself and checking my sugar. And I can see it, getting lower. So I really do watch what I eat now.
Yeah, well,
I'm just worried. I'm worried about my cholesterol.
But here's the thing:
I don't like taking medicine at all. I don't even want to take any.
Here's the thing: here's what causes bad cholesterol: sugar, not fat, not eating cholesterol. How much cholesterol it's really good for our bodies to eat cholesterol, because if we don't eat it, our liver is going to produce it anyway. If we eat enough cholesterol, then that takes one more job off of our liver. It doesn't have to produce so much because our body has to have cholesterol. It's going to get it from somewhere. Every single cell in our body has cholesterol in it. So if we don't eat enough of it, our liver has to produce it. So you're going to have cholesterol either way. What causes bad cholesterol is a poor diet. So people on keto will actually see a big improvement in their cholesterol numbers. So keto won't make your cholesterol any worse, going to make it better. Let me get to a break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to recommend 2 good books for you that are going to help you understand this issue. And then I'm also going to give you our keto course for free so that you can take that. But I'll come back. We'll talk about that more right after this. Stick around. I'm Kevin Rutherford.
Join us for the 2018 CMC Live Seminar, the biggest, baddest educational event dedicated to the trucking industry. This event takes place September 17th through the 21st at the Mid-America Center in Council Bluffs, Iowa. This 5-day seminar focuses solely on the unique challenges and opportunities that truck drivers face every day, not only on the job, but in all facets of life. Learn from the industry's top leaders, network with fellow drivers, and start running more effective and profitable businesses. Spots are filling up fast. Don't miss this opportunity to take action on your business, your life, and your future. Together, we can help you master the journey. Register online at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare team at 855-800-FUEL with any questions. That's 855-800-3835.
Hey, AudioRoad listener, what is your profit per mile? How about your cost per mile, or even your bottom line? Stop driving blind and know your numbers. Profit Gauges is absolutely simple bookkeeping specifically for owner-operators. Have instant access to business and tax reports that will help you increase your profits and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Sign up for Profit Gauges today and take advantage of our 30-day free trial. Know your numbers and master the journey. Visit our website at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
Did you know that 35% of fuel economy can be attributed to your driving habits? Use the Scan Gauge KR to maximize your driving efficiency. The Scan Gauge KR has built-in and programmable digital gauges that allow you to read instant fuel mileage, average fuel economy, and dozens more gauges as you drive. Get to know your truck and learn how you can improve your fuel cost and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Drive smarter and master the journey. Get yours today at letstruck.com or call our TribeCare team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
As a professional driver, there is no question that fuel is your highest cost. Fuel Gauges tracks each fuel up, provides your 30, 60, and 90-day miles per gallon average, also tracks maintenance and modifications. Best of all, it is completely free to use. There is no excuse not to use your miles per gallon and start improving your fuel economy. Download the Fuel Gauges app today and keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. Let Fuel Gauges help you master the journey. Visit our website at letstruck.com or call TribeCare Team at 855-800-FUEL. That's 855-800-3835.
Back. I'm Kevin Rutherford. We're down to the final segment. I'm going to get right back to the phone calls. I was talking with Chris in Tennessee. Chris, do you listen to audiobooks at all while you drive?
Yes, sir.
I want you to check out 2 books. They're both by the same author. One is Keto Clarity, and the author is Jimmy Moore. We actually had Jimmy speak at our CMC last time. And the other one is Cholesterol Clarity. He wrote both of those books, really give you a good understanding of what happens to your body in keto and what happens to your cholesterol. And, you know, the way we read cholesterol is wrong. The way we've understood it for years has been wrong. We've put almost 1,000 people through our keto class. We've done tons of NutriQs. We see everybody's cholesterol get better. There's one exception. When you first go on keto and you're losing a lot of weight, which people tend to do, some of your cholesterol numbers will get worse short term. They will go up, especially LDL tends to go up when you're losing a lot of weight. And then it will stabilize, and all of your ratios get better. And the ratios are much more important than the raw numbers. So check out those two books. Have you taken our course on keto online?
No, sir.
I'm gonna give that course to you free. So what I'm gonna do is if I've answered your question so far, I'll put you back on hold, and Lisa will get you signed up for that course for free.
Can I ask you a quick question about something totally different?
Sure, go ahead.
I was going to ask you about doing an oil sample. I'd like for y'all to do the oil sample. So how could I go about doing that? I mean, I'm due for an oil change.
Yep.
And I was wondering about if I could get. Do y'all send that to me in the mail or something?
We do. In fact, when I put you on hold, which I'm doing right now, Lisa will pick up and she'll send you a sample kit. And she'll tell you the rest. You just take the bottle, stick it in the stream when they're changing the oil, or if you're changing it, fill out the paperwork, send it back, and we'll go over it with you here on the show. I'm going to head off to Tennessee. Leroy, welcome to the program.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call, Kevin. Just a quick question. I listen to your show a lot. I've learned a lot, and I really do appreciate your show, first of all. But from time to time, you mention different books. And, of course, we have a lot of spare time in the truck, so I carry a digital recorder with me, and I always record the books, what you're recommending, and get them and listen to them. And I've learned a lot doing that. Earlier on the show tonight, I heard you was talking about the people that are taking your course, that you sign different books throughout the deal. And eventually I'm going to take your course. I'm just trying to get everything straightened out. But I was wondering, obviously I've got the time. Could I get a list? Do you have like a list of all the books that people, so that I could get a list and go ahead and start buying books to listen to, just to further my knowledge and move me along, so that when I get ready to take the course, I'd be that much further along?
Yes, I do. If you go to the website letstruck.com, and are you recording this?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Up at the top, you'll see all the tabs across the top of the menu. One is called Solutions, and if you look on that, under that Solutions tab, you'll see a link for my book list. And there's a list of business books. There's a list of health books. Larry Wingett's books are on there. So there's all kinds of reading on that page.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Yeah, because, I hate wasting time. And, that's obviously in a truck we have a lot of time to listen, and I love doing that. And I learn a lot that way. And I appreciate the fact that you're always suggesting good books for us. And excellent. I'm glad to find that out. Have you got time for me to throw one more quick question at you?
Sure, go ahead.
On the per diem, I'm a company driver, and our company, when they changed the tax laws, decided it'd be a good idea. So they started a company per diem deal. But basically what they do is they just pay me a straight $63 a day every time I'm out. My concern is, now I know, because I've been doing this through a tax guy, accountant, I guess you'd call him, for years that's been doing, and they've always told me, like, the day I leave and the day I come back, you don't get the full per diem. But the company's just paying me. Now, at the end of the year, when I file, if I just file a short form or something, am I in danger of getting audited because my company is just paying me a flat $63 per diem?
No, I wish all companies would do this instead of trying to do the mileage pay, because the mileage pay doesn't work all that well. It's easy for the carrier, but it, some days you drive 200 miles, some days you drive 700 miles. So doing a mileage pay for per diem just doesn't make much sense. The $63 a day is correct. Now, you get 3/4. You get 75% of the per diem on the day you leave and the day you come back. It's really not a big deal. I can even make an argument that based on the IRS wording, that 100% actually works as long as you're consistent. They're not very clear in the way they word things. We've always used the 75% rule just because it's a little more safe. But I've tried to interpret their ruling, and I could look at it and say, you know what, I think we could easily get away with 100% even on those partial days. I wouldn't worry about it. Go ahead.
So just filing a short form, I would be still fairly safe, and I wouldn't be violating any laws or taking a chance of having the IRS come jump down my after me.
Yeah, there's nothing about this that would trigger an audit ever. I mean, because you're not going to be filing any per diem on the tax return itself. The carrier may or may not include your per diem on the W-2. They're supposed to, but I see it most of the time it doesn't get put on the W-2. So, but even if it were, whether it is or isn't, doesn't matter. Nothing about this would trigger an audit, and it's about 99, it might even be 100% correct anyway.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a big relief. That's the only thing I was worried about that after they started that.
Nope, I think that's perfect. It's a great tax benefit for you, and the way they're doing it is better than the mileage. I'm going to squeeze in one more call. Let's go to Arizona. Al, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I wanted to find out about Hercules tires. I know it's a Chinese tire, but they got an opposition tire called the HDR, and I was wondering if you could see the rolling resistance on that, if it appears anywhere.
Let me see if I can find that. I've got about a minute and a half left. The last time I was in there, I know very, very few of the Chinese tires were listed, and the ones that were absolutely awful for rolling resistance. The Chinese tend to just kind of knock off the design of good tires, but they're nothing like the good tire that they look like. Now, Hercules isn't listed at all.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking as a steer tire.
I would stay far, far away from them.
Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. That's all I got there. Thank you.
All right. You are welcome. That's going to do it. I've got some other calls online, but I really don't have enough time to do them any justice. So we will wrap this up. We will be back here tomorrow night. If you don't have our app yet, you really need to get it. It makes listening to the show very easy. You can listen on the app when we're live, like right now you could be listening on the app. Or if you happen to miss a show, you can always listen to it anytime you want. The app is free, and it does one thing, and it does it really well. You just open up the app and you listen to the shows. You don't have to follow shows. You don't have to subscribe to shows. You don't have to sign up for anything. All the shows are free. The app is free. Just go get it. And the easiest way to get it is go to the website, letstruck.com, and look at the top of any page. Doesn't matter where you are on the website. At the very top, you will see the two links. One is for Apple, your iPhones. One is for your Android devices. Just download the app and start listening to the show. Like I said, I think The last time I looked in the app, we had almost 600 episodes, over 500 episodes loaded in there. So we will, in our next version of the app, we will be loading some of our other podcast shows in there as well. So check it out. There's all kinds of things to find on the website. Poke around, look at everything. Like I said, the book list is there. Our courses are all there. Check out the store. It's a great resource, letstruck.com. I'm going to get out of here. We'll see you next time. Be safe, be profitable, be fit and healthy. Always do the hard work. Master the journey. I'm Kevin Rutherford.